What is up, everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video back in Planet Coaster and the one, the only Time City. And this is going to be a much more exciting episode than the last one because we're going to be working a lot on the tower ride. And I've gotten a lot more of the story developed for this, and we work on an entire new scene within the building, which is amazing. And hopefully it turns out as cool as I think it is. Hopefully you guys think so as well. So just sit back and relax and enjoy the show as we make an amazing ride that is starting to develop into something special. So with this storyline of this ride, we pretty much have this research laboratory, which is pretty much going to be looking for a cure for the disease that is currently going around for the apocalypse. So there's a disease going around, also known as possibly, like zombies, I guess. So if you take that however you want, and you actually have the hold of the cure, and you're trying to escape the research lab because the research lab is now becoming infected. So it's a really cool storyline, and hopefully it comes along quite nicely. And at the end, there's a final drop. At the top of the tower, there's going to be an escape helicopter. You don't get there in time, and you feel the building crumbling down as it collapses as you fall. It's going to be a really cool effect, and I hope it's amazing in the end as it looks, because we're going to be creating some custom audio for this ride as well, which is something I'm very, very excited for. I've never tried it before, but I've seen a lot of people use custom audio for rides within the ride itself, and hopefully it works well. Hopefully I can actually do it. I actually have checked if it's actually able to do it. If not, I'm going to have to use triggers, which we all know about the trigger glitch that goes on within the game currently, which does kind of suck, but maybe someday it will get fixed and the full effects will work eventually. I don't know exactly. Hopefully someday, but for right now, we'll just have to wait and see at the moment. So, this scene actually turned out really cool. We went into a lot of detail. I might add some more details later. The first scene, we still need to add more details. I did a lot more wall details within this one. I actually made it a little bit of a smaller room as well, just for the purpose of creating some different depths of room, different kind of rooms, so they don't all feel the same. I want to make all the rooms kind of feel different, to make it look, realism-wise, make everything look good. And I want to make sure there's a lot of sci-fi kind of equipment as well, because again, this is kind of in the future. There's going to be more technology within the world, but there's also going to be a lot of destruction because, of course, an apocalypse is going on. So a lot of detail into that, and we got so much done within the tower. I'm actually very proud of how well that went, and we still have like 2 more scenes, I believe, to get through, and if we can do that within each episode, we'll be golden, because there's a lot. We also, of course, have to do the queue line as well, which also has to be nicely themed at the same time. We'll see how all that goes. I'm gonna have a lot of custom audio for this park. Hopefully it all turns out the way I'm hoping, and as of right now, everything is working out beautifully at the moment. So we had a kind of a short episode on the last one, so with this one I give you a little bit of a longer episode to kind of even things out. So I think this one was a little over 19 minutes, a little over 2.5 hours of footage, so I went over a little bit more than usual because I was actually getting really into it, and not to mention the amount of support that I got during this live stream, because again, we do live stream these. If you want to check them out, be sure to check us out on Twitch. We live stream these episodes on Twitch, so you can actually watch this happen live, which is really cool. So anyways, we actually, I only needed like 600 more bits on Twitch to hit my goal for the month, and we ended up hitting over 10,000 bits in this stream. And to give that kind of an idea, 10,000 bits is $100 worth of bits that goes towards my revenue for Twitch. So the amount of support that I got during the stream was amazing, and I appreciate everyone that was there. So if you guys want to be a part of that stuff, it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun during the streams. So again, if you're not part of the streams on Twitch, get a part of them, man. It's so worth it to be on Twitch, because we have a lot of fun in the Twitch streams. They are totally worth it. Make an account and just have fun with us. Twitch is an amazing actual place to be as well. So as much as YouTube is. So I love live streaming on Twitch just a little bit more than YouTube. I kind of want to do some more YouTube streams, but at the same time, there's nothing like Twitch streams. You know, they just more to it, I feel like. So, but I want to I just again can't thank you guys enough for all the support, that everyone that gave me the support during this stream, and it was just amazing. Like, we had a great time, and it was just a wonderful stream. So thank you guys so much. Can't thank you enough. And I hope you guys keep up with the support, because it keeps me well motivated to continue these series. So I hope you guys are enjoying the content, and it's obviously you guys are. but anyways, as you can see, this scene is actually getting well developed, and I'm very happy of how this scene turned out compared to the last scene, because you're pretty much trying to escape this place, and there's just crawling. Every place is just crawling with infected everywhere. Everyone's infected. You got to try and get away from them, and that's kind of the idea. Doing a lot of triggered effects just to make the details a lot more in detail. Like, it's going to be one of the highlight rides. It's probably the highlight ride of this section of the park. There's going to be a lot of highlight rides within the park. I mean, heck, we've already got 3 roller coasters within the park, and we're not even halfway done with the park yet, at least at the moment. So. And then a lot of people keep asking, is there going to be a dark ride in this park? Is there going to be a dark ride? This almost kind of counts as a dark ride. It's not like your traditional dark ride, but this technically is kind of a dark ride to get started. And give you guys an answer, yes, there probably will. I do have plans of creating another dark ride within the park. So I wanted there to be multiple dark rides within this park. It's going to be kind of your Disney World / Universal style kind of park more, but at the same time, it's still like your typical theme park at the same time. It's a very kind of a mixture of a lot of different parks at the same time, you know. And I wanted it with that, I wanted to make it really unique. Like, it's a very unique park, but I wanted to make it to where, you know, this park could definitely exist in real life. That's the idea that I wanted, and I was really excited on how it's turned out. We're really starting to work on more interior designs for stuff, and I'm really excited to get into more interior work in Planet Coaster, because I haven't really been big in interior as much. And anyways, talking about, you know, kind of Planet Coaster and all, we do have a new update coming. If you guys are unaware, we do have an update coming of Planet Coaster. We're actually getting user-generated content in the next update of Planet Coaster. I cannot believe it, but it is coming, and you're going to be able to upload these items to the Steam Workshop. We can actually import 3D models, and also not just 3D models, we can also upload animated 3D models. How incredible is that? That is going to be a huge game changer. We can really make our parks look any way we want now with the user-generated content, and it really motivates me wanting to get back into some 3D modeling myself. We'll have to see how it all plays out once we get more details of how it's going to work. I don't know if they're going to have their own 3D modeling system, probably not, but I'm sure what they're going to be uploading is pretty much just a I wouldn't doubt that it's more of a uploader, so you can actually, like an importer, kind of like, I think the Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 had an importer that someone made, where you can actually import your 3D models into the game easier. It's just going to be, I bet it's just going to be some sort of, like, software within the game where you can easily upload your 3D model files into the game a little bit easier. And I'm sure there'll be a thing where you can use, I don't know, maybe there'll be a 3D modeler. I don't know. They're going to give out more information soon, hopefully, and we don't have any dates of when this is going to be happening. I'd assume maybe sometime in October next month, within the next couple of weeks. They are very likely, like, they always, like, every time they announce a new update, it usually comes out within a week or two. It comes out really, really quick. Like, you know, we hear nothing for the longest time, and then boom, you just get hit with this update announcement, and it just comes out of nowhere, which is really neat. I really like that. So, anyways, this interior for this design has actually turned out really cool. And I did have to kind of remember I was in Apocalypse section, so I didn't want everything to look too neat, because things were starting to look a little bit too neat. So I need to make a little more chaos within the world, in the scene, and So there's going to be a little explosion here with the infected and some infected trying to get towards you, which will be kind of a neat little addition. And I kind of wanted to crowd the scene up just a little bit with some tech and some rubble and just a lot of different details within this room. So I'm really wondering, I'm going to test it probably next episode, if you can actually use the time machine on this ride or not, and see if I can keep it to where it looks like it's dark on the inside the entire ride. I don't know if that's going to be possible or not. We'll have to find out, and I think the time machine only lasts for so long. You can only make it last for a certain period of time. You can't make it last for more than like 60 seconds, I think, or something like that, which is kind of lame. I hope that gets changed in the future, maybe. I don't know. But time machine was definitely an good idea to try and implement for dark rides. I don't know if you can make it to where it stays dark for a long period of time. Maybe. I don't know exactly remember, but hopefully you can. I'm going to test it out a lot. We have a lot to do with rides like this, and stuff that takes a lot of triggered items is a lot of testing. There's a lot of testing within the ride and making it work correctly and everything like that. So I also worked a little bit on exterior design. I didn't want to do too much since, we're still working a lot on the interior. Once we get the interior design done, we're going to really work a lot on the exterior of the tower and make it look cool. So my inspiration was from the blueprint that Frontier provided with us when the Studio Pack update actually first came out. And I wanted to use the helicopter idea on top here, but make it my own, which works out really cool. So the idea is you're trying to escape on the helicopter and the tower, but then before you can get out, the building actually collapses on you, and that's how the ride is going to end. So not really a happy ending, but at least as of right now. I mean, we'll see how it turns out in the end, but I want to make this helicopter pad, put a helicopter onto it, and fly with it. I can't wait till this section of the park is going to start developing very soon. We're starting to do some paths, we're starting to do more rides, we're starting to populate this area more and more as time goes along. I actually was considering doing a second episode within the same stream. I decided not to, so I decided to just keep it with just the one because of how late it was getting, and I still had to record the episode afterward. So that didn't end up happening, but it's all right because we got a pretty stinking good episode. I was pretty proud of this episode and the amount of support that we got within the stream as well, which was amazing. So I was very excited about this episode. This episode was really good, and we got a lot done, I felt like. I felt pretty accomplished after this episode. And if we can have a couple more episodes like this, we'll be cruising along nicely the next couple episodes. Like, I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. I hope you guys just stay tuned because we're going to make this area so cool in the end, and I want to have some more particle effects and everything. There's going to be a lot of effects in this area, and I have some even cooler plans, even bigger plans for the next section, which is the Greek/Roman section that you guys know of. And there's going to be kind of a teaser here, just for a teaser for that section. I want you guys to think kind of like gladiator themes. Gladiator, like really think about that. Someone fighting another person. Just think about that ride-wise, like making it a ride somehow. So just kind of think that. Little teaser for the next section of the park, which of course will be way later. Who knows how many episodes before we start on that section, but we got to start developing this section a lot more before we even think about the third section of the park, because there's going to be a total of 4 sections. We're only on section 2 right now. So the Jurassic section came along quite nicely and actually didn't take as long. I don't think it's going to take as long as this section. This section is going to be the bigger section that's going to take a while. I think the Greek/Roman section won't be too bad, but we'll see. And then the sci-fi, I think will be decently long. I think this is the most challenging area possibly, is the Apocalypse section, because its style is going to be very interesting, because it's Apocalypse. Everything's falling apart. Everything is, in ruins, and everything's just like, it's very interesting. A very interesting area that I don't think I've really seen anyone really attempt, to be honest. Like, I really like the idea of this section to be a future section. So the idea is we go back and forth. I got a POV for the wooden coaster because it was so highly requested and we had so much support. So I said, why not? But with that, there was just so much that goes into this kind of section, you know, and I ended up creating a little bit more than I thought I was going to within the end, because the exit of this coaster, I didn't know where I was going to do with. I actually got lost because the barrier is literally right there and I can't actually do much with it. I was really thinking about that and I was like, oh crap, there's a barrier there and I can't really get my path around the coaster. So I decided to make a new area and then a tunnel that goes underneath the last turn of the ride. So we created like this little tunnel, this interesting tunnel. You'll see here in just a few moments. This is actually the last part of the video that we work on. The last section is this little exit area. It's going to be a little dead end, but it gives you a little some more photo ops of this wooden GCI coaster. So you get some nice, good photo opportunities to make it a lot, you know, get some nice photos of the ride, and it'll turn out quite nice. And we'll put a couple buildings around just to have a nice little theme to this area. I don't know, we might even throw in a ride in there. I don't know, we'll see. We'll just have to see how it turns out. And this was kind of a last second decision to make this little section, and didn't want to spend too much time on it, but it will definitely, it actually helped with the layout of the section as well, because the section was kind of looking a little small pathway wise, so I wanted to add a little bit more to it anyways. So this is definitely a nice addition to help with that situation in the end. So very happy of how that turned out, and I want to use more different path combinations as well. You know, I don't want to use the same path texture throughout the same time. You know, I want to use some different path textures. A good park, I think, does change a lot of path textures throughout its layout of the park, and I want to do a lot more of that to kind of make it look more believable and realistic in a sense. So we're gonna continue with that, and yeah. So I'm just so excited. We use a lot of terrain in the areas as well, so it's not all flat land, which is nice and kind of adds a little bit more realism to the park, I think, as well. So very cool, and I'm very excited we're almost to the 30s episodes, and we're not even halfway done with this park, so I'm very interested to see how many episodes this park ends up taking in the end. We're gonna be heavy doing on this park during the off season, so be sure you're going to be seeing a lot of Time City more and more, and hopefully it will be worth it within the end. So if you guys, if you guys are watching, liking, comment, subscribing, anything, thank you guys again so much for the support. Whatever you guys do, you guys are amazing, and I appreciate each and every one of you who have, just watched the videos and, just love or like to watch my content. I love the support that you guys give me, and I really do appreciate it, and I can't say thank you enough for all the support you guys give me, and I'm glad I just love that I can entertain you guys, and you guys find my videos entertaining and streams entertaining. It's just very heartwarming, and I'm really glad that you guys enjoy it. So that's the sole purpose, is that you guys have some enjoyable content on YouTube and Twitch, and I couldn't ask for a better community. You guys are awesome. All you viewers, you guys are so nice to each other, and I appreciate it so much. So that's about it for this episode, and you can see the little tunnel we made, by the way. This is the last thing we do in the episode anyways. I wanted to make it look like kind of like a rock tunnel that was kind of interesting, but it turned out kind of cool. We'll add some more later, but anyways, that's about it for this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and make sure you guys have a great day and an even cooler tomorrow, and I'll catch you guys in the very next live stream / video. Again, thank you so much, and we will catch you next time. Thanks, and goodbye.